Google Maps in your application. Am I right? Yes. So first of all, say you have an application and you need to have some sort of Google Map in your application. Like most of the applications we use that use location-based services have. Chances are you may need to add directions to your application. So first of all, you have to add the Google Maps API in your application. How do you do that? The Google Maps API, like most APIs from Google, is loaded with a script. Normally, you would add this in index.html. As you can see, it's just a script tag where you would have your API key, and you would add any libraries that you may need to use. In this case, we'll be using the places library because we need to find places to find directions from and to places. But that would work just fine for a vanilla JavaScript application, but chances are you're using TypeScript or some sort of modern framework like Angular or React or any other popular framework you use. So the good thing is that the Google Maps JavaScript API loader npm package just got released, published 21 days ago, which you can use, and it will help you load the JavaScript, the Google Maps JavaScript API very easily and without an issue. So using that npm package, you just import it in your main part of your application, and then this attaches the script to a loader. You add on the libraries you need, and then the loader gives you a promise, and you know when the Google Maps JavaScript API is loaded, and you get a map object which you can use. So let's see. Let's see how we can add directions now. The link to the directions API, I will share the slides with you so that you can find it, is there. So let's first, before we see any code, let's see it in action. As you can see, I have this vanilla TypeScript application where I have, using the Google Maps Directions API, I have added most of the options that the actual Google Maps application gives you. So if you want to find directions in your Google Maps application, of course, you can choose from different travel modes like bicycling, driving, transit, or different transit modes or traffic models. So let's see an example here. I have added the Warsaw map. So say that we want to go from Murano, I don't know if I said that correctly, to Kamionek. So that will give us bicycling directions in metric. So 8.5 kilometers, 19 minutes, or imperial units, for example, 5.3 miles. Or if we would like to go walking there, it would take us 1 hour. Or if we wanted to use a transit, you can, just like the, so I guess there are no results for subway, but for subway there are results. So for example, again, you can use the transit modes that you normally use. So the UI is pretty simple, of course. You just have some input fields, and you have to bind to your map the direction service and the direction renderer, which is provided by the Google Maps object. And once you have this started, you create an autocomplete. You bind the autocomplete attribute to these boxes here, to these input fields. And you say that which field you want to search, address, geometry, icon, name. And when the place is changed in the autocomplete, just fire away the request. So what does the request look like? You get an origin, a destination, a travel mode, as we saw, these travel modes here, transit options. So for example, bus, rail, etc., and some driving options. So departure time and traffic model. So you can see, and you get back a response, which the response object looks like this, where you have in your elements, yeah, we didn't get any results here, but if we go back in your elements, you would get a distance and a duration. So as you can see here, the Directions API exposes all the different modes that you can use from the actual application. the origin, destination, travel modes, etc. And it's very, very detailed. So it has an enums and some interfaces you can use. You can also specify how you want to get back the transit fare, or all the transit options you need if you're walking, less walking, and also the driving options like departure time. And also you can choose the traffic model if you want the best guess, an optimistic or a pessimistic result, and also the unit system. And the result, as we saw, it will give you back all the directions you need. And if you chose transit, it will give you back the fare, or for example, if a route has copyrights. So you can see it again like this. And you can go to my GitHub, github.com/mandarini/gmap-directions. And there you will find all the code, and you can run it and play with it, because it's very, very simple to add, and you can just copy and paste it and put it in your application. So thank you. I think that was the smallest talk I've ever given. You can follow me on Twitter at CyberCity, and my homepage is cyber.city, and here is my code. So you can copy this code here, and I will also paste in the chat the link to my slides.